Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Sicily is at the heart of the Mediterranean. Symbolically separated from its maternal mainland, Sicilians are tied to their lands, their people, and their way of life. And Palermo is its lucid capital. It's not your typical postcard image of a romantic Italian city. Its visceral beauty lies in its imperfections, its scruffy elegance, inhabitants who speak in animated songs and rhymes, and the facades of buildings which tell the story of its layered past. Where life is lived on the streets, and family bonds reveal a loyalty hard to find elsewhere. If there is one thing Sicilians are not, it is simply Italian. For Italy without Sicily leaves no image in the spirit. It is in Sicily that we find the key to everything. Sicily has been the jewel of the Mediterranean since the dawn of time. Midway between the Arabic world, Northern Africa, and Europe, the history of this mythical island is layered with successive waves of invaders. From the Greeks to the Romans, from Arabs to Normans, to the French and Spanish. Today, Sicily is part of Italy, but its identity is unmistakably Sicilian in nature. This is called the Quattro Canti, which means the four corners, and is the intersection of two main thoroughfares. It essentially divides the old historic centre into the four different neighbourhoods. And on each corner, you can see a statue of each of the Spanish kings that ruled in Sicily. So it's a good example of that kind of multi-layered history of Sicily, which has seen so many civilisations conquer and rule here, from the Greeks to the Romans, to the Arabs, the Normans, the Spanish, the French. Everybody has passed through here at least once.
Signora, la faggiola e la fagiolina, vedi che raccolta! Prego dica, dica!
Of all the enduring Sicilian traditions, perhaps the most famous one is the vibrant chaos of its marketplaces. And at Ballarò, one of Palermo's oldest markets, whose origins can be traced back to the time of Arab domination, a daily unscripted play rings out, as locals and foreigners find themselves becoming the protagonists of this morning market spectacle.
Buongiorno. Questo ho nome?
Questo in italiano si chiama ciliegia.
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 Ciliegia. In siciliano cerase. Dolce.
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 Molto dolce.
Molto dolce. Di dove siete? Buongiorno.
Londra.
Buongiorno, piacere, Alfonso.
Alfonso.
Buongiorno.
Piacere, Alfonso.
Londra, hai visto che belle ragazze ci stanno a Londra, eh?
Perché cucina siciliana perché è unica
Cucina.
dal resto d'Italia?
Perché noi cucina siciliana è più rustica.
Rustica.
Bravo.
È unico.
È unico, siamo colossi, cucina siciliana molto bella.
Bella. È diverso
A nord.
dal resto d'Italia, al
Sì.
nord. Miglior?
Miglior?
Miglior.
Siciliano ed italiano.
Ah, ok.
Italo-siciliano.
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 Grazie.
Mangia.
Mangia.
Questa ciliegia è siciliana. E noi abbiamo la cucina rustica italiana più bella di tutto il mondo. La nostra cucina è spettacolare.
Grazie mille, grazie.
Belle che abbiamo, belle cucine che abbiamo.
Che cosa è che stai dicendo? È una canzone?
Ho detto melenzane, peperoni, tunisino, pomodoro, ciliegino, quello che c'ho sul banco.
Sembra una canzone.
C'è anche l'esperienza con me.
I think he's also saying like things are sweet because I hear dolce, so probably saying like I've got the sweetest tomatoes, things like that. But that is what's very unique about Sicilian markets. The way that they sell their fruit is like they have these rhymes and these little songs and they're all competing with each other. So the louder that you basically chant or sing, I think you are attracting more people. È dolce, è buono.
Molto bello.
Cherry, è buono. È siciliano.
Palermitano sono.
Palermitano.
Palermitano. La vuoi la ciliegiona?
Perché la cucina siciliana è differente al resto d'Italia?
Perché noi sappiamo cucinare, abbiamo la roba bella.
La roba bella?
Tutto bello, come te, tu sei pure bello. Ognuno di noi ha il suo dire di mangiare, capito che cosa? Abbiamo ottime cose, pesce spada, tonno.
Tonno, pesce spada.
Polpe.
Solo in Sicilia.
Sicilia. Nel nostro mare. Abbiamo i
mare, molto pesce. Grazie, grazie mille. I just find it absolutely fascinating, this market. There are so many people, so much fresh produce. And you know, even today you see that kind of multicultural aspect of Sicily. You have people from everywhere, you know, who call Sicily home. It's pretty crazy. It's so crowded, and you get actually people with motorbikes coming through these tiny, tiny little, you know, narrow lanes. It's crazy. That's probably the most popular fish, swordfish. Everyone here seems to eat it, and it's pretty tasty. The pesce spada. Pesce spada è buono, è delizioso. È tutto da Sicilia, a pesce, da Sicilia. Nice.
Cosa vuoi?
Cosi.
Guarda, cosa vuoi, cosa?
Ricco, grazie. They love to show you all of their fresh fish. They're so proud of it. Something that's so different and unique about the Sicilian cuisine is the fact that they use a lot of spices and herbs, and when you look at the history of Sicily, the fact that, you know, they were ruled by so many different civilizations, the Arabs, Spanish, the French, all those influences you'll see in the cuisine of Sicily. So many of my subscribers and followers have amazing creative hobbies and professions. I've seen a lot of you are creative writers and poets and journalists. I've even seen some of you have online stores selling your own handmade jewelry and clothing, which I think is fantastic. And for this video, I've partnered up with Squarespace. They are an online website design service. I think if you have something that you want to share with the world, then having a beautiful looking website is just so important. So for example, if you're selling your products or services online, then you could go for one of their e-commerce website templates, and this allows you to do so in a seamless way. They have flexible payment methods, so you can get your customers to pay by credit card or PayPal or Apple Pay. It's just incredibly easy. They've also got some beautiful websites if you are a photographer or you have a hobby like creative writing, so you can get it shown to the world. What I love about Squarespace is they have lots of webinars and videos on both their website and also YouTube, which really walks you through step by step how to set up a website. It came in so handy for me because I had no prior website building knowledge. So for those of you that would like to have a website to showcase your passion project or your business, I recommend giving Squarespace a try. You get a free trial, and then once you're ready to launch your website or your domain, you get 10% off if you use my code MelliniAngelica when you head to squarespace.com/MelliniAngelica. Also, let me know if you do use Squarespace to build your website. I would love to check it out.
Walking around Palermo's historical neighbourhoods, or mandamenti, one gets a glimpse into the uniquely Palermitano way of living. Here, amongst the tightly packed warren of streets, you'll find signs of a way of life that doesn't fully belong to the 21st century, as locals turn front door space into street-side living rooms, and the votive shrines on every street corner lend a deeply religious element to the air which runs through the narrow maze of alleyways.
Buongiorno. Come va?
Bene, molto bene.
Molto bene, mi fa molto piacere.
Piacere, Angelica.
Emanuela.
Emanuela, piacere. Vivere qui?
Sì,
Sì.
stanno qui.
Ti piace vivere qui in Sicilia, a Palermo?
Sì,
Sì?
sì, io nata qui. Ma loro mia famiglia.
La tua famiglia?
Sì, my family. Tu dove?
Londra,
Spagna.
Londra.
Londra.
Sì.
Wow, ci voglio venire a Londra, sì. Ci voglio
Sì.
venire a Londra.
Ti piace Palermo?
Sì.
Sì?
Sì.
E perché è differente dal resto d'Italia?
Perché? Perché è caldo.
Caldo.
È amore.
Amore.
Uomo, uomo.
Uomo buono.
Uomo
Più
buono.
passione.
Geloso, passione, geloso, molto geloso.
È molto religioso. Con Sicilia.
Santa
Santa Rosalia.
di Palermo.
Patrona di Palermo. Sono molto santos, no?
Lei fare molte miracoli.
Miracoli, miracles.
Yes.
Ok. Grazie
Prego.
mille, grazie, piaceri.
Buona giornata e buona
Buona
permanenza.
giornata. Ciao. Grazie.
belli.
Ciao.
Good day. Ciao, si chiude. Si chiude. Ciao ciao.
Ciao. Buonasera. È sua casa?
Sì,
Sì. Figlia?
nipote.
Nipote, ok.
Grandma.
Grandma?
11 nipoti.
Wow. Che cosa piace di vivere in Sicilia, in Palermo?
Palermo è bellissimo, solo che c'è un po' di, diciamo, disoccupazione, un po' di disagio spazzatura, ma
È bellissimo.
come clima, come...
Yeah, come mangia molto bene in Palermo.
State a Ballarò.
Ballarò, yeah.
Ballarò.
Mi piace la
No,
cultura.
è bellissimo, Palermo
È bellissimo.
È tutto.
Grazie mille. Arrivederci, ciao. People are so friendly here. Hi, ciao. I've just loved exploring the historic neighbourhoods in Palermo. You have the smell of freshly hung laundry. I love the way the light just reflects off the buildings. It also just feels very local. You have families out and about talking to each other, people in the balconies just chilling out. It's just a really nice insight into local Palermitan life. There's lots of street food here, so you can also try some of the famous Sicilian street food.
No! Ciao, baby! Ciao, baby! Wow!
Shall we try something very typical here, which is called panica meusa, which I think is like a kind of a spleen sandwich.
Very, very good. Where are you from?
Londra.
Londra, bellissima
Londra.
Londra. Questo è polmone, polmone.
Polmone.
Aria, ossigeno, cuore.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
All the scary parts of the animal, basically.
Wow! Salutiamo tutta Londra. Ciao, cuore. La 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 la. Ciao, baby!
Okay,
Oh
too
my
much.
God.
Too much. It's too much.
Ciao, baby!
Oh, wow, okay.
Sit down, please.
It's big, very big, very big. I'm kind of nervous to try this street food. Anyway, I'm just gonna give it a try. Look at it. I think he just literally boils it and then puts a bit of lemon juice on it, sticks it in a bun. Anyway, let's see. I mean, it's got that beefy flavour, but the texture, I think for me, the texture is what's quite different. Definitely, it has a particular taste. I think it's something that you've got to get used to. I'm sure the Palermitanos are very, very accustomed to this dish.
Ecco Pulpicello, guardatelo quanto è bello Pulpicellina, tu sei più bellina del mio Pulpicellino.
I don't know if I could stomach a boiled octopus right now. Something else which is very typical street food here, arancini. È molto siciliano o arancini?
Allora, l'arancina si chiama Palermo, a Catania è arancino.
Ah, arancino.
Un'altra cosa da imparare, qui l'arancino lo vedi che è tondo,
Arancina.
è tondo,
Tondo.
a Catania è
La punta.
cono,
Ah.
perché l'Etna,
Yeah. L'Etna, il vulcano.
il vulcano, quindi prende la forma del vulcano.
Okay.
5 minutes, no open.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hot, very hot.
Yes, or
Basically, a yummy, deep-fried, battered ball, which is filled with gooey rice and a ragu filling, so minced meat. You can just see the inside of it now, and it is just so good, especially because it's hot when it's freshly fried in front of you. I love it. Really, really good. I've been trying to learn Italian so I can communicate as much as possible with the locals here, and because I speak Spanish and Portuguese, there are so many similar words, so it makes it a lot easier. Check out my YouTube memberships, by the way, because I get a lot of questions about my background and where I'm from, how I know how to speak these different languages. So if you join my YouTube membership, you get access to bonus content, and you also get lots of personal Q&As with me. So recent ones I've done are around my background, my ethnicity. So definitely check it out. The link to join is in the description below.
Palermo's Sicilianness doesn't just stop at the city's food or market traditions. Its physical cityscape also provides a visual journey into its complex and layered history. The capital of Sicily is a city full of corners, glimpses, and little secrets, waiting to be discovered that bear the marks of the myriad civilisations who invaded and helped to shape this Mediterranean island.
During the 9th and 10th centuries, when the North African Muslims conquered Sicily, Palermo was one of Europe's most prosperous cities. It had a population of around 100,000 people, so just second to Cordoba in Spain, which was known as Al-Andalus at the time. When the Normans recaptured Sicily in the 12th century, they restored Christian rule to the whole island, and they set about rebuilding churches where mosques once stood. The Cathedral of Palermo is a great example of the unique architecture which developed during this period, the blend of Norman and Arab architectural styles. So you'll see things like Islamic arches, which are very typical of mosques, and majolica tiled cupolas. So it just shows you that layered history of Sicily. From the top of the cathedral you get prime views over Palermo, and one of the things that really stands out are the majolica tiled cupolas, of which there are many, and you've also got these huge mountains, so it's a very unique view, and it does conjure up images of North African cities like Tunisia, so you really do get a sense of that Norman Arab architecture from the top, especially when you look at a lot of the cupolas, which used to be minarets of mosques. The Palatine Chapel is the royal chapel in the Norman palace, and it's a fascinating building because it's a real blend of architectural styles that represents the different cultures that ruled here in Sicily. So you've got these gorgeous golden Byzantine Greek mosaics, and they have inscriptions in several languages like Greek, Latin, Arabic, all of the big civilisations that conquered Sicily at one point in time. You also have these beautiful geometric ceilings and typical Islamic style arches which are found in mosques, but there's a real kind of Moorish element to it. It's a monument to the Arab, Byzantine, Latin harmony of Norman Sicily, and it really does show you that in Sicily and Palermo you find this really unique architecture like no other in the rest of Italy. It's what makes Sicily so unique.
Come the weekend and you'll find the city eerily quiet as Palermitans head to the nearest suburban beach for a weekend of seaside relaxation. Here you'll find everyone, from groups of rowdy teenage boys enjoying ice-cold beers whilst posing for their female counterparts, extended families spanning several generations, and lovers old and young enjoying this weekend pastime of savouring the Sicilian sun and sea.
Cosa piace della vita de spiaggia siciliana? Come è la vita de spiaggia?
Mondana. Vita mondana.
Mondana? Sei sarcastico, spero.
Vita mondana.
Vita mondana.
Bella, bella vita.
Bella vita.
Come si chiama da YouTube?
Malini Angelica. Grazie. Ciao. Can we do a salute? Salute? Anyone else drink? La vita de spiaggia. La vita de spiaggia siciliana. Come è? Bella? Bella? Che cosa piace di vivere in Sicilia?
Il mare.
Il mare? E?
Tutto.
Tutto. There is something so magical about local Sicilian beach life. You know, it's easy to forget that Sicily is an island. It's surrounded by beautiful beaches, and coastal life is very much a part of, you know, the daily Sicilian lifestyle. It's quite funny as well. You get a lot of guys that are very cool with the kind of short side gold crosses around their necks, and you know, they're posing, trying to impress the girls. You know, they get a bit embarrassed when you ask them to sort of talk on camera, but it's a great insight into that Sicilian lifestyle here.
Today, the island of Sicily has managed to maintain remnants of its ancient Greek origins. They are a testament to a time past, when Sicily was largely a collection of Greek colonies that had to perform their public personas in the best way they knew how: architecture. In the city of Agrigento, the ancient ruins of temples are testament to Sicily's Greek origins. In the 5th century BC, Agrigento was the third largest Greek city after Athens and Syracuse, another Sicilian city in the south of the island. It's impressive to see it up close, and it shows that 2,500 years ago, Agrigento was one of the most important and powerful cities in the Greek world. As Athens built colonies around the Mediterranean, Sicily was a powerful nation state in its own right. It was known as part of Greater Greece, or Magna Graecia. So these temples were built in honor of the different Greek gods, and this one is the Temple of Concordia. It's the best preserved one in the park, and they were all made of limestone because there's no marble in Sicily. It's incredible how well preserved some of them are. Just walking around these ancient ruins, I can only imagine how wealthy and powerful this mysterious Greek city would have been 2,500 years ago. It's just really impressive to see. Being here really brings to life for me all of the different cultural influences that are found on the island of Sicily.
It started off as an ancient Greek city, which is pretty amazing, and the Sicilians today truly feel that history as part of their identity. So I just think this really is a testament to those Greek influences in the Sicilian culture. Such a unique place in Italy. When you delve into its history, you realise that this is such an important island that over the thousands of years has been conquered by so many different great civilizations. And the Sicilian people today, they really take pride in that unique history of theirs. You see it in their architecture, in the food, in the people. They even have their own language, and then it's just mixed together to create such a unique place in Italy.